Assalamu alaikum. Sabah al khair. Peace, great rising. Had to sip that tea one time. Picking up from where we left off yesterday. And we were talking about the Quran being the hadith of Allah Azza wa Jal. I don't want to do too much talking of my own accord or my own persona because that's ego. So we're going to come from the book of Allah and continue where we left off yesterday. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم فليأتوا بحديث مثله إن كانوا صادقين. Let them produce a hadith like it if they are truthful. Surah 52, ayah 34. And it seems like somebody got arrogant enough to think that they can produce a hadith like it. Why? Why did they do this? From the ayah that we read yesterday, I believe we read Surah 12, ayah 111, Surah 45, ayah 6, and my favorite ayah 7750. Fabi ayi hadithun ba'dahu yu'minuna. So as we can see, Allah Azza wa Jal is consistently stamping the Quran as his hadith. Now we are where Allah is challenging mankind. So okay, well, produce a hadith like this if you're truthful. But do you see the detriment that it put the community in? Now, if you don't follow the Sunnah, you ain't Muslim. I thought the Quran was the Furqan. Isn't that what it's called? The Al-Furqan? So, how can something else be the criterion? That's an oxymoron. So let's go to another surah. 39:23. Let's see how this goes. And my bad, I'm calling this off the top of the head. I'm not trying to practice. This ain't no khutbah. Here we go. Allahu tazzala Ahsan Al Hadith kitaban mutshabihan. I'm gonna stop right there. So Allah has sent down beautiful or good hadith. A kitab that is consistent. Let me say this one more time. Allahu nazala ahsan al hadithi kitaban mutashabihan. So Allah sent down good or beautiful hadith A book that is consistent. So if the book is the hadith of Allah and the sunnah came approximately 200 years after the death of Rasulullah, whose hadith is that? Because it can't be what Muhammad did in his teachings, because it came 200 years after his death. So whose teachings are those? And why are Muslims mandated to follow anything outside of the Quran? When you read the 6 articles of faith, it don't say follow hadith. It don't say follow the sunnah of Muhammad. It don't say call yourself al-sunnah wa al-jama'ah. It don't say call yourself Shi'i. It don't say call yourself Sufi. It don't say call yourself Maliki, Hanbali, Shafi'i. It don't say do none of that. It says read in the name of your Lord who has created. Use your aql and establish the prescriptions that he has given you to remove the veils so you can return to source. Where did this other fashion of Islam come from? Let's talk about it. We ain't got to be scared to talk about deen. Allah said that he gave me a portion and gave you a portion so we can come together and reflect. That's deen. Not just being a parrot or a zombie and just trusting what somebody giving you and believing that for what it is, because that's what everybody doing. The truth ain't with the masses, my baby. Inna salati wa nusuki wa mahyaya wa mamati lillahi rabbil alameen. May your life, your salah, your sacrifice, and your death be for Allah, Lord of existence. Come on, man, let's talk about this.